Camera don't come on again. Huh?
Hello, family. Welcome. As you're joining in, please share the video. Welcome to the Tally to Rachel talk show program on another edition of Women and Politics. Family, as we are just coming, wanna share the video, especially with the woman them, for share the video as you're just coming in. I want to welcome on board on this program, Tell It to Rachel, in another edition of Women and Politics. And today we can talk one-on-one with Madam Zuliatu Cooper. Madam Zuliatu Cooper gets plenty things for can say na woman way don't serve the country and a woman way very, very strong in political party where he represents, and currently they verge for a president na the APC Women's Congress. So Madam Zuliatu, I want to welcome you on board this program. You can turn your camera on and say hello to family. I know say the place dark a little bit, the light situation, we can understand, but I want to greet family when they watch you.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, and it's I.
Yes, welcome on board. Like I said before, as you the kind side, please share the video. Please share the video. We can talk very, very important thing, and also we concern woman business, concern party politics, concern the role way woman in the place side party politics, and plenty other things then. Because we always talk say it's about time woman then self join the train. It's about time woman then self join the political kind side, the political arena. Somebody can always say if you know what mix by politics go mix by you. So it's about time we all get for jump on it, because at the end of the day, not say they affect me because they do some kind of business where they touch you, but eventually you go get for reach you, your family member. So please, this is an opportunity for we listen to ourselves, and how we go make contribution to within this program they talk about today. I get one-on-one with Madam Zuliatu Cooper, and some of you sabi this in a face way popularly known, especially during the times of Ebola. So you can tell me all about that in services that we don't do for the country, and some of the plenty things that also where you want for do moving forward. Welcome again, Madam Zulia Cooper. Welcome again to the Tell It to Rachel show on Women and Politics.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And
okay,
you can call me Zulai.
Okay, well, okay, family, okay, I get it, okay now for calling Zulai, for making the thing go sweet more and more. All right, Madam Zulai, would they move quickly? People, like I say, this is not face and name where people can able for relate to, especially the people will be there during some of we will be there the time of Ebola. Na Salon, na the country where Salon they go through really rough times. At that time, they one of the women there will be step up with the position where former President Baikoma been give. But me don't want to talk all thing for myself. I want to make yourself explain to the people for the benefit of Uda they not sabi you, Uda don't hear but you not see you, or Uda not hear from you yet but they don't see you. So make you tell family them Uda you be shortly. Then before we go to other things that were important to women in the country.
Okay, like you don't already introduce me. My name is Zuliatu Hassan Cooper, but they always use the Hassan name because most people they know me as Zuliatu Hassan.
Things that were
The
important
Cooper,
to women.
yeah, very important. I know they drop that name there. And like you said, I've been served. I was fortunate for able to serve the people of Sierra Leone in the capacity of a coordinator during the Ebola crisis. That kind of like strengthened me. Me profession, na nursing. I'm a medical person, but that kind of like strengthened me, not only for work for APC per se, because the we country was being under siege. That's what we've been saying. I've been like war. I get for perform past demanding for make I achieve what I be want. Let we get peace, sanity, freedom from the Ebola crisis. I was able to do that, even if I say to myself, okay, kudos to me. I was able to do that. Initially, I started off from Western Rural, came over to urban, went to Port Loko, Cambia, and we'll be able collectively. It was a teamwork, not only me, but I really just went in with my whole self, patriotically, for that make sure say this done. Because not only APC people they may affect me, affect the whole country. Then from there, the former president see I'm fit for appoint me as Deputy Minister of Health and Sanitation too, within the same medical circle. I did the best that I could, especially for women. I can just a little brief about what I did. My goal was women. Women, they die when they go born. Then they die, they die. Simple thing, wait for stop them. Check the woman in hemoglobin level before they go born.
My family or your family nothing.
I'm sorry about that. The lights just come on.
My husband this.
All right, okay, then I adjust them. Okay, continue.
Yeah, I mean, that was like the third highest cause of death. We get simple thing we try get UNICEF involved in. We call them hemovac. You check the hemoglobin level, so you go know if there is a potential for that woman for bleed when they go born. Doctors will be able to follow until, I mean, it came down drastically. The death rate came down drastically during the time when we did it. And we get what they call hard to reach areas then. Where they're not able, they not get no medical facility for come up from one point A to point B for go born. We're able for lobby, we get motorcycle then from Kailaun to carrying a district, what we call hard to reach areas. Then we get what we call community health workers. We train them. We go, we wonder, find out how they do them, and we implement them. And it was a very successful program because the death rate had been reduced with the help of other people in the ministry. It worked.
Okay, when you talk, before we go to other very important things, them I be talk say when you been in that position, you been get for work extra hard past demanding. What's that they mean?
Because it's rather unfortunate, but it's the truth. For you for succeed, for excel in Africa, particularly West Africa, maybe the world, I don't know, but especially Sierra Leone, for let you excel in whatever you're doing, you have to do more than demanding, because they will try to stifle you if you're not careful. They will try for make you feel less of a person. So you get for be more than a woman, for stand up to them when you believe in what you they do, then you go succeed. Unfortunately, the success or failure of women in politics may not they blame man them per se, and they blame we, the woman them. Me, they blame we, the woman them. Like me, have been called so many names, that notwithstanding. But when I believe, say, if I come and reach a talk show, I will, regardless of what other people they think. So They say it's a man's world, but believe you me, behind every man there is a successful woman. Me don't turn them around.
All right, so yeah, I
Behind
understand.
every man,
Yeah,
but we
yeah, I understand. You hit
as
on
women
one point. Yes, you hit on one point where you say in Africa, in particular, because not just alone, for make woman go team up, especially inside politics, you get for work 10 times harder than when a man you get for they really get for grill you as woman, especially we young company woman then and then can even tend for do that. So it's a very difficult situation for woman them where they get into politics, probably mainly now because of some of them things they are so woman then they afraid for come inside politics because the way the we company woman and they grill them, the way we company woman get for really assess them and all of that, where if not that same thing that they do to the man, they are nothing so go get I think say salon for don't go before because we for able for pick the right people for putting a certain position. So I understand that part the end, like people will be the salon, like how you explain, so be know what you do. And part of the background of that Ebola day, how you kind side, we just dive into your background a little bit, so for build up waiting you they can't say after, so that people they will not ever sabi you or know what you don't do, able for understand usa you don't come out and usa you want for go as a woman and where they inside politics as well. You inside you background, because of you the way you affect Ebola na salon, you be say former President Koma be give you a silver award. How that be look like? It give you because now for compensate you, or because you feel say you really work hard for that?
no, I don't think they give me for compensating me per se, because I really work. Let me just give you a little scenario about the Ebola, that period day. Now, rural districts, they send me that in the Waterloo, when they say Waterloo, you they grab, you don't go bear 8 people in a one house. By the time they can more, you they meet more than the body, even dogs them. The initial stage when I go, there was so much resistance. Oh no, not to idea. Why they go take somebody from urban, bring a kaya? So I threw the challenge back to them, the Waterloo community. I said, okay, fine. Una no one see me, fine, but I know they go nowhere. I have been appointed. I am here. If una no one see me, una work with me. Let Ebola come out at the rural district. And when I see the determination, Rachel, they worked with me to the end. They worked with me. So when we done it was like, it was a fight. The only difference is they fight war where you know they see your enemy. Where you they fight war, you see your enemy. Easy for you for target your enemy. But Ebola now war where you know they see your enemy at all. We done a rural, urban, western urban. Still they continue. I say, you know what, let me work not go in vain. I jump kind urban. I can assist the coordinator there. Western urban, you get entry points from Port Local. So I talk with the former president. They say, okay, entry you want work? I say, yes, sir. They say, okay, protect the capital city. I go Port Local, beginning from Lunge all the way to Cambia, Tonkodimba. And it stopped. For some reason, it just stopped because people realized for say, I'm not a joke, I'm not afraid, and then, we go send beef, we will send this, we go find you, whatever, you they pull and bring our mouth with it, them. I'm like, when we don't know, I go back to an herbalist business. But for now, Ebola, not to see what they play with. Now be a serious war. So I really believe, say the president give me that award today because of the performance.
All right, and yeah, well, it makes sense somehow because coming from the health background, like you say, where a lot of people and probably not even know that, that then they also be help you greatly for make you able for perform the way you perform. So, and a lot of people let me appreciate your services to the nation because at that time you know, it was really, really terrible. It was really terrible. Even was worst. People in diapers, how, you know, this corona pandemic affect we. I think said there was more, a little bit of preparedness based on the Ebola way pass with there was a little bit of preparedness with the corona, so now it make you see, you know, really, really affect the country, because we don't do a greater job during the times of Ebola. So make we come to currently, you know, the Secretary General, if I'm right, of the APC Women's Congress. And you're going now for the position of president of the APC Women's Congress. But before we go into that, I want to tell family and say, please wanna share this video and make una keep the conversation going, make we discuss. You get any question for us, Zulia, Madam Cooper, you can send it in the comment section, or you get any contribution to what we talk about here today, especially as woman, you can equally send your contribution and make we share this video far and wide, so that it go reach other people that we're not available for watch them now. My name, where they host the program, na Rachel Bangura Davis, of course, una always esteem me na this platform. Madam Cooper, what's in the difference? Because we get women swing, we don't, you know, all party gets this women swing business way. A lot of people and they complain even about this wing thing, but I want to make we get what's the distinction of the wing and the AP and the Congress where APC gets.
Okay, the APC Women's Congress, when are the main body, we comprise of the executive, is an arm of the party. The wing, like you have in the US, they under Congress. So it's the same thing, but with a different name. The wing, USA, Canada, Australia, you know, the diaspora, basically.
So they're only under the umbrella of the Congress.
Every woman who hold a party card is under the Women's Congress. Every woman.
Okay, so it's like the umbrella body where they carry or where they cover the wings them of all, you know, on all side, even at the diaspora. Okay, then we family not able to understand that, because a lot of times, you know, people they ask what are the difference between the wings and the Congress, whether are they performing the same roles. And now make we come, because I don't hear a lot of, you know, when they get this discussion on the side, you know, waiting the women swing yard and can they do na this part na them party there, so, you know, and we need to see any developments inside the wings. The political party there, especially there, just focus with the APC party where you they represent, you know, they can just stand for use the woman them where it campaign, where it campaign tiwe, they want for, you know, they want for succeed pa, they want for just use the woman them. Then after the campaign or after when the party don't succeed, then they can tend for shove the wings aside and not seem for pay attention, and especially when it comes to empowerment, then can try for go out there and see and empower other women them, rather than looking first within the wings if possible for see how they go empower. What do you think say really now the role of the wings and the Congress? What's it really now the role that they play inside party politics?
No, let me just say one thing, Richard. The last administration, under former president, Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma, we had so many women. We had the first woman, we had the Chief Justice. We had a woman who might be the head NRA. I mean, we get another woman will be the head EPA. You get so many women. We even hold ministerial positions. Some from the diaspora, then come. Some from within. The point about women, we call them the Sababu system, where we get for break. That Sababu system, we have to break it. When we talk about women, we talk about the elite. But really, truly, how many elite women we get Nasara, not only APC. We are always talking about the grassroots. They are the pillars of the party, especially the APC. The last time we had about 52% of the women we vote. Now, madam, those are the grassroots women. What are we doing for them, not of waiting Rachel they do for Zuliatu, or waiting July go do for Mrs. A or Mrs. B. What are we doing for the grassroots? And then they vote, and then they make we come.
Now, these are the question I make. I ask, waiting at the role of this women's wing and this Congress inside party politics.
That is supposed to be our role as women. That is supposed to be our role. We need to empower the women.
So what is it supposed for? It's like they happen, but now so it's supposed to be.
Let me just give you an example. Yeah. If you let's go back to the days when we own mama them, they began at politics. Some of mama them not go back to school. But what they used to do, then they get something they call self-help projects. You get groups of women. Market women them. Let me be specific. Market women them. Maybe group A will get about 50 women then. Everybody go contribute money, they give 1%. Then the next time you go round until everybody gets, they land them for fish. You don't give them fishes, you land them for fish. So the group they grow, and then you, when an executive member now the Congress, you go make sure say those different groups of people waiting them specializing. Some now fishing, some now market, whatever it is. They open the way. And it gets a two-pronged approach. Let's think about it. Let me say APC, if me, I'm fortunate for become president, that not a key. Then they go encourage other people there for even one for can join with party because they say there is progress for the grassroots, the pillars of the party. It's not just because Zulai go work during Ebola, he make a name, he become a minister. No, that's not how it's supposed to be. Zulai forget a position where if for use for make the grassroots woman them when they actually hold the party, let themselves become empowered within their capacities. Like all waiting they go on at the country right now. Most of them don't even understand. They don't even understand the APC constitution. They don't even understand the constitution of the country. But we time reach, now we, the woman them, they galvanize. Now we, the woman them, always then at the forefront.
So this is what I'm saying. So what in return as a party woman, where una like you rightly say, una na the pillar them of them political party. Let me be specific of the APC party. You una the wings and the Congress, una na the pillar them now una team up tsanga one. How una they use una power where una get? If at all you guys know you have these powers, how una they use them for lobby? In terms of what you they talk so like when you say these grassroots people there, because when the party want for succeed in terms of election, now then they push before long now go to the grassroots woman them. And talking about that, how are they able for lobby when the party succeed? How are they able for lobby for say these grassroots woman then their survival they at stake, the standard of living they at stake. You know, all the bread and butter issue of the woman they are at stake. And most of the women they are so now they're the breadwinner of the family. Because a lot of times during the war, man then die, Ebola, man then die. So they are left as single parents. So these women, these grassroots women, their livelihood they at stake. So this is where you guys come in. How are they able for lobby? For say, okay, if una wants this, we say if we want that.
Rachel, I don't give you one example of what needs to be done. Me, they call Sababu system that needs to go away. Then they need to go away completely. Empower the cheerleaders, because now them from the zonal cheerleaders to the cheerleaders, empower them within their communities, so then go able for empower other women them. Because me as Zulai, I know we can sit on national talk show, say, I know if I become a president of Women's Congress, I will give XYZ loan, because they are not better. It's a lie. I will be lying. But what can I do as a woman? I just get to find ways and means for, we did opposition, but we need to get solutions to being in opposition. Not always thank her for election, we dey go meet the woman there, una can sing, una can dance, una can do whatever. No, it has to start from now. That's not my point. It has to start from now. Right now, you get some group of women themselves would already start this pilot program of empowering themselves, and then they grow and grow and grow. Then also anybody, we the woman them, then we make the man realize for say, yes, when I not tell we say, in order any sign out with constitution, say woman not for go for chairman and did that, in order at all. The only clause where they, even if we go adopt this new constitution, it just gets a clause of 5 years for go for any national position. They're not the stop will. But then self no say, we not the key. We can lobby demanding because Women's Congress, now we they do fundraising. Believe me, we do fundraising for the
but we are saying the same thing here. We are saying the same thing here, Zulai. We they say the same thing here. Is it that all this way you they talk so? Nothing the way not be the happen na the party as inside the women's wing or the Congress na things the way you want for bringing one if you become the president.
I need to bring them in. It needs to be in. It was not done.
Okay.
It wasn't done at all. I sabi you, I go help you. You sabi.
Okay, now you call it sababu. Now, okay, that's that. Now that you refers as sababu. Okay, so it needs to change. Okay, these are some of the things you want for bringing at the table. What if you become the president of the APC Women's Wing, and in other words, you try for say not to the usual again. The usual is going to be no more when at the sababu thing. But this is what I say, and this is why people they get these side talks about this women's wing, this wing thing, because we the see the benefits even the woman they inside the wings, not to talk about the grassroots woman them where don't vote for the party, where the party succeed. These women are not even considered, and these are the things that have been going on for a while, meaning that they don't use woman for a long time. They don't use woman and the political party there for a long time, cut across, because this not a party no more. It cut across. They don't use grassroots woman then.
Now we the woman and they allow that. Let's be very candid. Let's just be truthful to each other. Now we the woman and they allow that.
How?
Because if me, like how I did with you, so I'll bet you say the first negative comment will come from a woman. It will come from a woman. We the woman and now we know they appreciate each other. But we don't get somebody we don't come out as a woman. Dr. Sylvia, like I'm lying. It be not come out for the highest position at the country, president. At one time, I think she was the first, if I'm not lying. And then you get UP party when a woman the head, then you get Miss Bangura, Zainab Hawa Bangura. She also vied for the presidency of NPC. It did not happen. Why? Let's just think. If we as women we just gather, we support one person, the men can. It's a no-brainer. They cannot do anything. The man are not able to do anything without we. But now they allow the man for use we allow it. Now I divide for presidency of a women's congress. Why I not go higher?
So what this I come to that question. I just want to make we just take and gradually so that family will understand what we don't they happen all this while. Woman then now we they buy a shopping, now we they create fundraising, now we they dance, now we they clap, now we they do all thing when the party want for go into power, and when the party succeed, then begin push we aside. So this is what I'm saying. The women's wing, from all indication, what you're saying and what I'm getting from you, it's like from all indication, the women's wing of them party, they are of your party, has never been proactive. They're not be the push push harder for women them and seek the interests of women na the party and even the grassroots. They were not pushing other. They allow the man them or the man politician them for use them or for use una all. Then at the end of the day, they begin for handpicked by sababu, as you say, and this has been going on for a long time. So what are some of the things you don't mention some quickly before we go to another point? What are some of the things as Zulia coming to the APC president of the APC Women's Congress? What difference you go bring on the table? Whose assurance you go give women? Because a lot of them are angry. But then they cannot say it in front of the, una something, and they're not going to talk to una, but they are saying it from behind closed doors. They are not happy. They feel they're being used. So, whose kind of assurance you go give woman then this time around if you become the president of the APC Women's Congress? Whose assurance you go give woman and at the APC and woman and at the different women swings there for make them support you? Whose difference when you go bring camp?
I deliberately choose Miss Logan, the servants leader, because any kind of way you look at the grassroots are the servants of the party. Me, Zulai, I did lead them to where they're supposed to be. People that way back, we get adult education, where somebody go able to read ABC. You understand? We can form cooperatives for them. We don't want to do that study day. Or are able to do farming, little things by whatever you qualify for do. We can do them as women. Not only the executive inside Lyon, but all over the wing in America or wherever. We put ideas together. It's not about somebody wanting to be organized in secretary, and then you get the position, you just sit back. You have to have a working Congress. You have to have a working Congress. Now, next to me, I pray to God, say, let's have an election. When we have an election, everybody know what in role, what is supposed to do. It's not just you wanting to be president of Women's Congress or secretary general of Women's Congress. You have to know what you're supposed to do. You have to serve the people. You have to serve the grassroots. That's the key. If we begin from there, we don't begin empower them. They make them understand what they happen within the party, within the country. Then they go able to challenge. They have the right to challenge. They have the right. They're not supposed for free, but most of them, like you rightfully said, they're afraid for talk to we. They are angry, they are bitter, they are disappointed, they are hungry. They're not get. Honestly. Then when they say, oh, down and they bula. What do you want them to do? We never empowered them. We never did.
Okay, I really appreciate your honesty here, because some of we probably they talk behind closed doors, say this is the situation, but you were there within the party and get very key position within the party. Don't even open up, say these women were never empowered, because this empowerment we don't hear around for long. Now just talk, we never see any action. But I want to just touch on something before I ask you go to another issue. I want to just touch on this thing. You said something you are in the opposition right now, and election day around the corner very, very soon. And are you just, because like you say, the grassroots, they're hungry. Their survival, they're at stake. The livelihood, the standard of living, everything about woman, they're at stake right now. But in as much as you guys are, una then at the opposition, if una able for do fundraising for una party when it comes to campaign and raising funds for go do this and do that, if una able for do that when it comes to campaign and day, have you ever thought about doing something that we go able for create revenue right now for make una help? Because that's a way una want for campaign una go meet there now. Una for begin do one before even the campaign. Because at the end of the day, it's going to be the as usual. oh, we campaign can I can't give you this, we campaign don't forget about we. I think this is the time the people them for no say una care. This is the time the people them for no say una concerned about them, not just about buying ashobi, buy t-shirts and polo for clap and dance with una. This is the time when women and they suffer, when women and they struggle. So I don't know if you guys are thinking about it or don't put that thing in place. Even though una not in power, una in opposition. I think so now una for even do more. So when the campaign the guy, it will be very very easy for una.
Rachel, I make her say, when you do opposition, you should always have a solution. Right now, maybe not all of us, but I know quite a large amount of people then we own the community. The Kemi Usai Ade, they make sure say and meet the needs of the grassroots. You what you want to do, I get small thing, you go try. Go do Fana market or whatever. And I not say other woman in the do.
But you cannot do it. I don't think so. Una do una do separately. I think when it comes from a formidable force like the Congress or like the wings, it gives more heavyweight. Yeah, I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
I know. Mm-hmm. It's rather unfortunate. See, the Congress, the president, executive, and the Congress, mm-hmm. most of them tell you, I not get. So then making able lobby to somebody say, Bo, you help me out. Some of us are doing it. But some of the executives, like I said before, they are just there just for say, me, now so person, now the executive. But you don't see them. And if you wait for them, you as a person, you self said, you're not able to do anything. So you just forge ahead with the few we're able for do, waiting they're able for do, and move all over, move from here, go put local, go Glosar, whatever, We just, they try. I mean, I try with the try. Like me, I know they promise anybody anything, I don't get the money, but they try, But we just need to change the whole scenario about the Congress.
Okay, I from waiting, from your response and from what you're saying, it's like there are a lot of challenges right now within the party, even with the wings and the Congress. Not just even the party as a whole. There are a lot of, I don't see, there's a lot of challenges there. And but Sadia, one of my viewer, they still say, they ask like, how are you going to change the things for the women in the party? It's still not able for Yerian from you. What are some of the things, like I said, what will you bring on the table? Like, I am Zulai. This is what I like, open all team, but this is what I'm going to do. If you elect me as your president, this is what I'm going to do. This is what, just outline few things so that people will understand Usa you get for take them.
As Zulai, like I say, it shouldn't be about Zulai and who that Zulai know. It should be about the people down there who cares for the party. It has to be about the grassroots. I don't tell you about the pilot program we're on right now, what they call like one pot team, self-help. Everybody, they come, gives whatever he get. Who's able, I top them up, we they move on. That's one thing. We have to start from down there and forget about whatever they go on among the elite. Mm-hmm. I know the elite, the
okay, the elite. Okay.
Mm-hmm. It's not about that. It's about them. And then we get to educate them. I mean, people, they don't understand, say, for go to July today, you go to this person tomorrow, you go yonder, everybody already give you small, and you're not meaningful to you. You're not really meaningful. That is another habit we'll get for break. When they call Bola, we need for break that. We need for empower the grassroots, not us. It's me. I'm fortunate to have a position. Okay, I have the position, but what am I going to do with the position? Is to help those who are less fortunate to have the position. And then we have to take into consideration that health of these people, they don't understand. I mean, the education levels on certain issues, key issues, they don't understand. They still believe, say, if they pick anybody one, if we're going to chemist, we're going to go pharmacy, go buy medicine and this and that. We're not able to teach with people then that say, not all fever and malaria, not all things are typhoid. Little things, teach them, reach out, do programs where they teach people them, talk to them, educate them on basic things, hygiene. The time when we get Ebola, we would continue to talk about hand washing, hand washing, hand washing. Cholera went away. People still continue now for they wash their hands, but now they all don't stop. We boku na APC. We're not a work right now. We can do it if we all just join together as women. As women, if we all join together, we move from one district to another, or everybody take different provinces, go and teach with people them what they need for do. Yes, hygiene is poor. People them, women them, they not even understand simple thing like personal hygiene, where they cause them not for born. They don't know, say it can result to infection. They don't. We don't start now, and they, unfortunately, we lost power. But that's something that I did start. The IVF program trained about 2 or 3 doctors them already for start the IVF program na Sierra Leone. And we do a pilot program na Lonsai, we do an Afriton when we the young woman them why they're not able for born. I mean that was ongoing. It was under the office of the first lady, and that been one of my pilot programs then. We don't even get a site at PCMH for level the it's basic things we need to do.
So yeah. Okay, in other words, you try for say the need for empower them, for make them be self-reliance, may they not depend on politicians, may they not depend on incompetent woman them, and exactly. Also you want for bring your expertise in the health, you know, and actually I for train them about others, affecting them way na important thing them per woman and picking business and all of that, exactly. And also you know go one for say all thing because na politics, you know the politics they play, so you know one for put all the card at the table. Right now, but at least people don't get an idea of how you go able for take them to another level once you become, you know, the president of the APC Women's Wing. I think that they're from all indication, what you don't say so far, there are a lot of lessons learned, you know, with other political parties them, and even with your own party, say not to just when una under power una for do something, even when you guys are in the opposition, una for still continue for engage them grassroots people there, engage the woman them, una for still continue because because they feel left out right now, and I think say woman and don't they wise up now. By the time you guys go, it's a whole lot of work right now. So I mean, make I also ask these big questions, because when they talk about woman them, we want for the woman in team up, we want for the woman, it's about time and all of that. First of all, I want to ask the party, APC party, how the organogram, the top look like. What's the involvement of woman now the top of the organogram of the APC party? What's the involvement of woman inside that organogram the way APC gets?
National are the president of the Women's Congress. That's the top. Because the president of Women's Congress is a NAC member. And then you have a few other women where they incorporate. But if they talk about the national level, it's just the president who is automatically a member of the NAC, the National Advisory Committee.
NAC. Okay, so I just want to know when it comes to, because there was a time that I interviewed 1 or 2 people waiting at the wings of the APC, especially in the diaspora. They asked them how decisions are being made, because now one of the challenges there where we women can always face in our country when these politicians gather and we don't have women sitting on the table with them for make them instead advocate for we they don't consider we. It's like a secondary issue, and if they're going to make decision, then they make decision where they for real interest at the end of the day. So how do they make decision inside party politics, especially when it come from the top? Then they make decisions. I want to know our involvement, because we want to know some of these things, because this not thing where don't really affect women them from top to bottom delicate today, where women them we there's nothing to celebrate when it comes to women's empowerment in the country.
Well, APC actually, we get what they call the NAC, National Advisory Committee. And like I say, automatically the president of Women's Congress is a member. And then we get 5 regions. All the regional chairmen are members of the NAC. But we get one woman, Ms. Diana Konomani. She is a regional chairperson. So you don't get 2, just 2.
Out of how many?
40 something.
Out of 40 something, you only have 2 women. Okay.
No, not only 2 officially. But you have other women who are incorporated. I think we get Absatu Kaba, we get a chief, but you not reach 5 or 6 women. That's the problem. You know, we not get to reach 5 or 6 women. But the NAC, they can come to make decisions, come out with whatever. Let's take, for example, something is ongoing right now, but the main party, now the National Delegate Conference, the NDC, where they get everybody, the cheerleaders. You have all the delegates, cheerleaders, chairmen, you know, different people from the different organs of the party. They are there to make a decision. Let's say, for example, if a decision is made to expel me from the party, the decision comes from NAC, it's taken to the NDC, and they have to vote yes or no.
All right, in that topmost decision making, do we have women represented there? When I'm talking about decision, you and I knowing what you know, do we have women being represented in that topmost decision making level?
Yes. You have all the cheerleaders. You have the cheerleaders of all the constituencies. All the cheerleaders are part of it. And then wherever you have a secretary general that is a woman, automatically that person is a delegate. Treasurers, you know, organizing secretaries, if they have women, they are there. But, this is the key, but, do we vote in the NDC with our conscience, or do we vote because we have been manipulated? That's the key. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
Of course I understand.
There are women there, a lot of women there, but that's the key thing. But is Zulai going to vote how Zulai feels, or is Zulai going to vote because she has been convinced to vote? So we go back to what I said: education. We have to educate our women. We have to educate our grassroots people that they have to realize their strength. They get to realize their strength. I don't think the woman them really understand the extent of their strength in politics. It's been downplayed. It's been downplayed. So
you know, the one thing that I'm really happy about, let me put it that way, because it come up from you with the inside. This is to tell you that you already understand, say, there's a problem. And una don't live with that problem there for a long time. As women, una don't suck them up for a long time, and you know they just play and cool, as we can say, play and low and play and cool, and just follow and play along. Let me put it that way. This has been a problem we don't day for longest time, like you say, when issues are being discussed and decisions are being taken. People, they're not, instead of them seek the interest of the party or of the people out there, they will have to be manipulated and do something otherwise. So I really appreciate that it's coming from you, and because it come up from you when one of the leadership na the inside the woman Congress, I believe say once you identify the problem, because that's the first thing you go able for make that adjustment and that changes the way una desire and way una want as a woman in the party. I want to also talk about this big division where they inside the party, because anything where they affect the party, the first thing na the woman them. Anything na country, but anything where they happen in a country, the first people in a woman them, then before woman and picking them. So in this level where we they talk about we've seen a lot of division. You know, I mean, it's no secret that the APC, you know, when I say things fall apart. You know, it's falling apart, and even from what you said, they say even with the APC Women's Congress and the wings, it's falling apart. You know, the center cannot hold again. But I want to ask you, as woman or as woman them inside the party, whose role will una they play? Because this is where the strength of a woman comes into play. This is where una the wings, or I don't like that wings name there anyway, but this is where una come into play. The woman and the party, seeing all of this going on, una know what's in there ahead of una. There's election ahead of you guys, and we have this kind of things fall apart pattern inside the party. What's in the role of woman them, especially the one that where they're inside the all position like the Congress? What's going on at the play? What's in our involvement for ensure say the party come together? Because woman there, we sabi put things then together if we want for. We sabi make something if we want for. So what's in our role?
No, we don't talk you know, if the man them not able to get it together, with the woman them would step in. Remember election before going back, where the woman then determine. We don't talk we don't tell the man them. We don't tell them, if you guys cannot get it together, because me, I don't know about any other person, me no one day opposition anymore. And I don't get no other party for support except the APC, because I believe in the APC. If they're not get the act together,
but una don't play any role, una don't involve, una don't can't involve into to bringing them together.
There's been mediations upon mediations. Some women them, I'm not going to mention names, they don't call people in together, let them sit, you know, have a roundtable discussion. Let's just come, you know. I can't make one word. A woman then don't initiate all that one day. But if it doesn't happen, we will make it happen, Richard. We will definitely make it happen. It has been going on for years.
What do you mean by make it happen? What do you mean by make it happen?
It has to happen. We will go elections. We have to have an election. And everybody votes for whoever. That's how it's going to be. That's how it's going to be.
But how will go to this election where everybody, when things are falling apart, how will I go for about that?
Even when, I know say we could definitely adopt a new constitution. If you get X amount of people, then we go team up. Nobody not able to meet that 50%. Then they pick the first 2 or 3. Then they come back. Then do another election. 50 plus 1, you're in. If they can't get it together. But because we can't afford to lose any more time. We don't all get to lose so much time by all these injunctions from here and there and whatnot. It doesn't make sense. It really not make sense. All this infighting, it don't make sense. The bashing, the course, the this, it don't make sense. We are all APC. We should be able to settle our differences in-house. If not, we go to the ballot. Elimination. The process, it eliminate. Everybody go vote. When I dedicate, you get 1, 2, 3. If you don't make it at 50%, then when I go come back, everybody come back and can vote. Somebody will emerge the winner. And it will happen.
And on all go support anything will come out of down, all go able for support.
Because APC is bigger than anybody. APC is bigger than anybody. Any member in APC APC big person.
All right, the other thing again where, inside the same things fall apart issue matter where they happen inside the APC, one big thing again we come up where it don't they play for a while is the party leadership or the party chairmanship. We don't hear it from different angle where within the APC say former President Anes by Kuma for step down as chairman and leader of the party and make it hand over to another person way hopefully competent enough to take the party, to another level, or competent woman we're competent enough for take, because I know they left woman behind when we are talking about that, and I sure say that for be una also agenda when they try for lobby una say the lobby them with that ideology day. So what are you take, or what's your take on that the former President Koma for hand over this chairmanship as the party chairman?
My opinion, the chairman and leader, Dr. Anes by Koma, that convention, that's when he became the leader and chairman. Okay? The APC is an institution. If he doesn't want to be the chairman and leader, it's his right if he wants to step down. But now convention put him in. Now convention can put him out. He can be re-elected and voted for. But again, it's also his right if he decides that he wants to retire. I'm tired. We get people them, yes. But if the question is if we go to the national dedicated conference convention time, somebody nominates him and he is voted in again, so be it. If he doesn't want to do it anymore, it's also his right. Maybe he's tired. Sometimes I feel very sorry for him. Everything is on his head. It's his right to say, you know what?
So meaning if we're not gonna convention, then somebody nominate again is within the party within the party constitution. Say if he's still eligible for go again.
If we vote him in, yes, and it's also his right to say, you know what, I'm tired.
I want to step down or not.
Yeah.
Okay, but you think that one thing, another issue where they affect the party and affect the whole structure and the party for being effective?
Let's be very, very, very candid here. I've been really one for stay of this topic, but let me tell you something. We all been in a McKinney. All of us, I was there. And the question was asked. Everybody said yes. Everybody. We all been get who that say with the support. Let nobody not tell you say, and not been get a candidate with the support. That's not true. We all had our candidates. But the chairman and leader at that time, it was the president, he asked the question so many times, and all of us, we all waiting at the hall. We all like, yes, I'll pick no more. So why are we blaming him? Why are we blaming him? He gave us an option. He gave everybody an option. But we say, no, Pa, you pick no more. It's like, me really feel say, we really like throw him under a moving train. Let's be very candid. He gave us the opportunity. We said, no, you choose. So convention they come. If they nominate him,
if you want to continue. Okay.
Exactly.
All right. Okay. The other thing where I want for where we talk about, let's talk about like you say, election they come and una say for go on a convention for pick the flag bearer and so on and so forth. There is this movement, where I believe say a lot of women in a salon and in the diaspora don't jump into, what they call woman for vice president movement. they don't establish themselves so far and wide in the shortest possible time. And the main goal now for ensure say the lobby within them political party there, so for make them at least give woman then chance. Because me personally don't say, me I can always say, we have given the men politicians them 60 years, recycled politicians them 60 years for make them able for lead we Usai Salome supposed for day by this hour. And during the celebration of the independence or the commemoration of the independence, a lot of people were disappointed. Oh, we have nothing to show. Look who we there at this time. And give other instances with other country them were not able to transform inside 5 years, inside 3 years, and all of that. So we've given them the opportunity. Let's be frank. So these movements, they come for lobby. Na them political party also for ensure say at least they give woman chance for make them be the vice president like a running mate within them political party. So waiting now you are they come. So waiting now you impression where you hearing whether you're part of it or when you hearing about woman for vice president. Waiting are you impression and how we welcome that idea there.
I don't hear about them. I didn't follow them actually. But who is the woman? That's the thing. Let we not get them twisted. Let's don't get it twisted, Rachel. Really, truly, honestly. Who is the woman that is being pushed to come up for the vice president?
Well, I think that, well, like I said, their focus is now for lobby within the political parties them. So they are going to get into the una party politics and see how they will work with una for now they're able for lobby for make sure say they get woman vice president.
Well, we go welcome the idea. If we have the right person, it's not about just a woman. It has to be a woman who understands what needs to be done. It gets to be a woman who get passion for woman them. It gets to be a woman where not the only come for serve the APC, but women in Sierra Leone. I mean, when you become a president or vice president, you're not the president of APC or the vice president of APC. Now the one whole country. So that person gets to be a very strong person. Honestly, we get that person there. Kudos. I'm with you. I'm with her.
Well, we're getting there, but I see the kind characteristics of the kind person, the kind woman there, or the kind woman where you particularly they look for or where for represents if there's possibility as a vice president inside the APC party if possibility there already you don't begin they say which are good qualities. First of all, be you man or woman, you forget the interest of the people of Sierra Leone, not just your party. I agree with you on that part, but we can say woman back. Woman, when it comes to politics, I don't say other things, but when it comes to politics, woman then feel more comfortable for support man them pan politics past their young company woman them. And I think Senator Dange don't hold we back for a while now because like you say, we don't get woman presidential candidates from different political parties there. We don't team up, we don't ace the aid, we don't take that bold step. But we not see woman them back them up. We not see woman them give that support there. So how you think say we go able for break that barrier there? Because that's a barrier we stand right in front of we. And we have to break that barrier there if we want to go to the highest level. How you think say we for break that barrier there, especially within the APC party? Because I believe say una get competent woman them, una get woman them where really they represent and we get the people of Sierra Leone at heart and the women of Sierra Leone at heart. Now my question is, when it comes to this election where the political party they really abo power because now una get for go begin a shape ashobi, collect money, do fundraising and everything. Then get for come meet una. You don't think say an opportunity this time around when they come for come meet una self put una own card then at the table say okay una want this, but this time around we self the woman them we want this, we want, let me say then at the highest position we want vice president, and I think say it's not impossible because now una na the backbone of them party also. What do you think this time around when una get for all sit down at the table for exchange, you know, the ideas and exchange the agreements of what una want and what they want?
What are they sit down with? First of all, you say barrier. You say we get for break a barrier, right? It's not a barrier. It's a stone wall. It's a stone wall. And we don't go over this. We don't talk. I mean, I'm a liberal. If people that could tell you, say, oh, she's very, very, very liberal. I'm not afraid for talk. Tell it as it is. The first people them we go oppose na woman them. Let's imagine you have a wall, and one particular woman see a crack in the wall. That it try for squeeze. That crack, they let widen and let go through. Now, pumping woman, they can't go here from being program. I'm not gonna lie. For us, for that to happen right now, maybe we need to do some more underground work. It's iffy. It's very iffy. I really would love to have a female vice president. I will. But what about the woman, that other woman with the down yonder? So I just think come on, we can be vice president in this country. But I left with that, look way, this, look way, that way, this, that. I mean, they not call me all kinds of names. Only which man I not call me. But maybe after this show, they will begin calling me that. The problem not to demand them. Now we the woman them. If there's anybody within the APC where they think along those lines, we don't dead in a body, it don't ready say I did feel like a dog, sway the throw was on me back. I just say shake him and go. Get thick skin. Let the person come up. Let's see. But I'm here to hear about anybody vying for that. Are we scared? Are we scared of failure? I think that's the most important thing we're thinking about here. Failure. But if you not try for something, how do you know if you will succeed or you fail?
But within the party politics, una need the woman need woman for back them up when it comes to that. Una need each other for back una self up. But if as woman them una come together say them man there so they never can meet you. Election they come. Or them man there so they don't get presidential, they don't get okay, finally we don't get a flag bearer. So now the politics don't start. They get for come meet we as woman Congress and the APC. They get for come meet the women swing. They get for come meet them. If una all long tie as woman, they say this time around when they can meet we have they put we young card at the table, because from all indication it's like you guys were not pushing hard enough. Because I feel that's supposed to don't be on a role for push the interest of women and the party, for make sure say women take that topmost leadership position, because you guys have the power to do that. So once they come with that, say, oh, we need to now, okay, now we don't, I mean the flag bearer or whatever. So una safe get for lobby, una put on a card at the table. So you not get that guarantee. They say as woman and the situation right now where the Congress and the wings they una think so una not able to make them. Okay, looks like
honestly, if we come together, we'll do it.
Okay,
if we come together.
Okay, Zulai, you want to go over Zulai.
Once we speak with one voice.
Zulai.
Because, like I said,
Zulai, you hear me? You want for go over what you
Yeah.
don't say because we miss you at some point.
I can hear you.
Okay, you want for go over again what you
No,
say because we miss you at some point.
no, okay. I said if we the woman them really we come together and speak with one voice, it will happen. As long as we know say the man they need way more than we need them, it will definitely happen. If we come together and speak with one voice, it will definitely happen. You hear me?
I dey hear you, but I know they see you. I dey hear you, but I know they see you. I dey hear you. We all dey hear you, but we need to see you.
Okay.
Yeah, I dey hear you, but I know they see you. And I want to read a couple of messages and I so where I see. Okay, now I dey see you. I just want to go through quick message then I also where some woman them don't talk about. Okay, now Sadia say that is the point. The women within the parties should be able to highlight the type of woman they want. Exactly what we're saying here. And Usman Conte say, my personal opinion for the woman for vice president, I think Diana and Akisoya can able to deliver. Okay, that is my own personal opinion. So I mean, it just a good clue of the kind of woman the way they inside APC where they feel say capable for lead as vice president. And Sadia equally say she is right about the fact that women are the challenge. So we all can agree. Like I say, let me just answer this question before I go back to some text messages. And Famulem, please, I want for make una keep the conversation going. Una make una comments them. Zulaiden also for answer to respond to some of them, and also give you a clue of waiting self the woman they out there self they expect come 2023 election or so. Basically, you self don't see what inside yourself they say agree with you say, and we all can agree say when it come pandentia the challenge that we young company woman them can first bring the challenge na this whole thing, but it has to stop. There should be a way, because we cannot continue like this as women. I can always say if Liberia were they near we he able to put them guard down as women, because I not say woman we get this, when we see another woman we get this inferiority complex and we get this insecurity and all over that. It's natural with women. But if we say we want for make this country better, because the country in future na woman. As far as I know, the country, the future of Sierra Leone is a woman, because we care enough. Even at the homes we care enough. We sabi manage even at the home. We sabi cut 2 to 4. So not to talk of when we are given this leadership position, and we don't see such a woman then within the right now as the whole politics they play, even from the APC and all of that, we don't see such a woman that we don't really perform with all the limitations that they had, them perform. So we not say personally, like I said, the future of salon na woman. So we get for break that wall there, that barrier, or how you call them. There has to be a way. So this is why Una self gets a role for play as the leaders of their wings and Congress and the political party. Una get a role for play. We know how we go talk to we save. But at the end of the day, if we want for make salon better, not just for APC, we all need for put regard the dome. If Liberia can able for do them, other countries can do it. And woman, now we get 55% of, if I'm not wrong, of the population as alone. Now so we can do it. It's all about when we just put we ego then we God said we put them down so that we go able for get we desire goal and able for make we interest them be heard and be seen and action be taken. So Zulai, what are your input with all waiting and the comments and everything what we don't talk about? So
no, I mean they're correct. I think Usman already Usman Conte.
Yeah, Usman.
They already don't get two potential candidates then. But and you say Shadia?
Do you have the power to lobby? To try, like you said, to try? Do you have you feel say when I get the power for trying at the APC party? You think you have the power?
Absolutely.
Because like you say, education is power. And una way that at the top, you guys know what's up. So do you guys have the power to lobby for that position?
Rachel, I know I have the power. I have to make the next person understand and realize that they have the power.
But you have a team. You are coming in with a team. Let's assume that you win the APC, the president of the APC Women Congress. You have a team. You're coming with your own team, with your own vision, with your own vision. With your own vision of the party and with your own vision for the women of this country, not just for APC women. You get your vision already, and you're coming with your team. You think say you and the team with the kind vision una carry it, una able for lobby first of all, una compete woman there, una able for bio them, for make una lobby them and there, so for make una get this, for just lobby, just try like you said. Bring it on the table and see how they will react.
We'll try. We will try. We will try. We will try. How many of them are going to support us? But we'll keep pushing. I mean, try and fail is no disgrace. Really. When you try to do something, you fail, not a disgrace. We'll still keep pushing. We will still keep on pushing. Because it has to happen. Sooner or later, it has to happen. We need
I think say well personally I think you guys now they work for stats because I mean if una really they think on that direction because from what I have seen so far it's like the wings and the umbrella women's wing or Congress cut across all the political party. But let me just deal with the APC party today. It's like the focus of the agenda not really is in the interest of the women in the party.
No.
From what I see, it's all about their own selfish interest. It's all about themselves and then cabal. And that's don't they go on for a while. Nobody don't get that vision. They say we get the power, we have the numbers, we have the strength for make we lobby inside this party for make woman be this, for make woman be that, for make I don't see that drive in all of this women swing thing. I don't really see that drive. And
it's not there.
It's better late than never. So now I think it's about time that your vision coming in, hopefully being the president, should be focus center on that. So for ensure say that women should be able to lead in the party. I think when we have that focus, it will make a lot of change. The party ideology sometimes would change about women. The country, it trickles down.
Mm-hmm.
It trickles down. So just Bonya where I just give una tips, and see how una for put una self together. Because when it affects on top, it affects down. When the head not correct, it really affects down. So this is why we talk to una within the parties and all of that. But before we go, I have two things that follow we discuss before we go as with the wrap up. One of which is we even when we are not in Sierra Leone, some of us were not in Salon, we know what's in the go on we see wetin dey go on, we hear wetin dey go on in this current administration. The whole lot of things that are happening, as somebody wey don work inside government, because you don't work inside government, you don't work inside the former president and Nkrumah administration, you know how things they go on, you know how administration they go on, you know how the system operates, you know how the constitution works when it comes to certain things. Wetin are you impression or assessment being a public servant from the outside now, or being a political opposition from the outside looking in the inside? Wetin are you general assessment taking into consideration for wetin they see, wetin they hear, and wetin they happen?
Sad. Very sad. I can talk freely, actually, because I think the president, Beyonce, and they give some kind of, it's sad. There's too many things going on that is not beneficial to the country. Women are victimized, children, everything has gone backwards. I'm talking now to you. Maybe by tomorrow, I don't know what's going to happen, but you ask the question and I'll answer. It's really sad. It's sad. I really was expecting us to have gone further with what was happening in the past government. That was
more progress for don't make.
Just continue with the development and everything, but it's like we just go backward. I'm sorry, we just go backward. I mean, it starts say me there. When I get me one bag, yes, I get for Sheba. That's how bad it is. Yes, you buy yes, almost 350 up to 400. What's going on? Things are really bad. Which it's bad. It's sad. I can use stronger language, but I really don't want to go back to Pademba Road. It's not a nice place for a woman to be. But it's really, really bad, and it affects everybody. Not only APC supporters, it's affecting everybody. It's affecting Sierra Leoneans, period. And it shouldn't be this way. It should not be this way.
So comparing your the former administration to this one, you think say una been perform better than this current administration?
Absolutely, with no reservation. Absolutely. That's why I will figure out, say, it will be a continuation. Performance-wise, the past regime and this, you can, it's like Coke and Sprite. The difference is clear. And I'm not saying it because I'm APC. I'm saying it because it's the truth. The difference is very, very clear. Is there time to make changes? I think so. And I hope so. I sincerely hope so.
What do you talk about? What do you think about the involvement or the involvement of women at the past administration? You think say una being really, or the percentage of of women then at the and the former administration was way past this one?
I don't mean for laugh, but I mean you can't even compare. You cannot even compare. Honestly, if you look at the whole scenario from the past government, we went beyond the 30% quota that was supposed to be given to women in governance. We went above the 30%. Simple.
All right. Before I left you, what thing you want for say to Salo Umande? Because we at this point, Salo Umande, we are worried. I have to be very honest with you. We worry. We really, really worry. Like you say, you they talk now, you they afraid for talk. I mean, this not a thing where we used to. Even in the past administration, I mean, people talk freely, people speak freely. woman and they talk freely, but I notice and I realize that a lot of even waiting they happen now the country in terms of human rights abuse and all of other things where we expect say woman them for team up and talk, woman advocates them for team up for talk. A lot of them are afraid to speak, just like what you yourself don't exhibit so openly, like, oh, if I talk and tomorrow I know I'm gonna pardon my word again because it's not good for woman. So it creates a lot of fear we as women then, because like I say, when a country is broken or when the country is in crisis, now the woman and they suffer. Now the woman then now we plenty. Now we in a market. Now we dey buy for cook. Now we are the breadwinner. A lot of women suffering. So if some of una wear the abopa again, una they talk, they also say, hey, if I talk again, I know if I go for go Pademba Road. We are broken. I have to confess that to you. We are broken. We are broken.
Okay, Yecha, let me come in. Let me make this quite clear. What's how they talk now? It's not a reflection. I'm not the spokesperson for the APC. We get that department. This is Zulai speaking right now. For Zulai. I like for cook. I like for eat. Cooking is a passion for me. But I'm afraid for one market. Because what you meet today, not what you meet tomorrow. For things made in Sierra Leone, the price they go up every day. The price they go up. Whether you talk or you not talk or the fear is there every day. People are afraid. I know really want to say anything, make anybody feel say I they talk for APC, I they talk for me Zulai. Let everybody just get this in mind. 2023, you really need to be fearless. Whether you are president of Women's Congress, Youth League, whatever. You need to have a very strong backbone for go forward 2023. Rachel, things are not the same in Sierra Leone like it was 4 years back. They are not the same. Everything has gone down the drain. Everything. Health, you go to the hospital, it's a disaster. You go to the market, it's the same thing. People actually deliberately do nothing to make a certain institution look bad, or block the drainage. Water, what am I using right now? You can see, on and off lights. So, now the truth are the talk. It's all over. We're not got lights. It come on and off. It's the truth. I don't know about other people, but I cannot afford a generator running almost half of the day because the fuel price don't go up. It's not easy. It's not easy. So if me tell you say it's not easy for me, just think about that person where they depend on me, how we will feel.
Yeah. So the idea. Let me just come to the party issue now before I wrap up right now because I'm trying to wrap up. So the idea, like I say, like we just discussed about woman, lobby this time around an opportunity for make una lobby for a woman president, and we get this organization or this movement where don't come strongly for seek the interest of women and sure say at least women they able for then a leadership position so that they go able for take decision we go better we women them they go able for then at the decision making table, because when these politicians are high up there and they need to consider we when it comes to decision, and at the end of the day now we it affects when it comes to climate change. They don't consider us. They make all kind of bad deals, they make all kind of bad agreements. At the end of the day when it happen, now we woman and pikin and now we it affect. So we need that leadership at the topmost level when that woman for vice president movement don't come for. And as should say they are stepping into your shoes now. They're stepping into the role of them woman political heads there. So when these are the roles, it's expected that now they hold their own for the play when it comes to party politics for lobby. So I'm asking you, my question is, are you going to give them an open hand and welcome them and support them for making all lobby for ensure say una able to get a woman vice president na the APC party?
Absolutely. Of course. There's nothing wrong with that. Come up with the right person.
No, but it's not for come up. It's not that come up with the una for come up with the right person. Like we keep saying.
Maybe they already at somebody. You understand? So me not even know who that's them. They don't time at.
You mean the people and the woman for vice president?
The group there.
No, the movement. No, I had an interview with the head of the movement, or basically the person when a part of the movement. She was very, very clear about it, that they're not get any political intention, or they're not get any political posting. They just want to see that each political party able for present. Or political party they're able for present. This is just their aim, one of the aims and objective for CICE woman be represented at the topmost level this time around. So they have nobody in mind. Now get for decide. They just come to work with you guys. They're just coming to work with you guys and maybe for lobby. Now the party topmost executive position for make them consider woman. Yes.
I understand now. I understand perfectly.
Okay.
But this platform where I hope say woman them waiting at the APC go think and come out. Maybe some of them they aspire, but they don't want to come out. Let them come. Let's talk. Let's sit down and talk. And then we put our cards together. And just say what we want. So I hope say most of them they listen, or at least somebody could tell them, say this is what is going on. Let's talk. Let's talk as women without the men. Let's talk. It's simple. But if nobody wants to come out, we can't force somebody, except if you want to come out.
Right. No, I agree with you. I really agree with you. I mean, not to the term this way we forgo for the discuss behind closed doors. If you as woman want something and you're passionate about it and you're genuine and real about it, you come out. Come out and see. If you get the support of the women in the party, make it up. I don't think that there's nothing wrong with that, or you're being over ambitious. It is all right. And I believe saying not part of the constitution, like you said in the APC where women are for Tima. I don't think it's there. So it is their right. It is your right to for come out and say, I am virgin for this position. I need your support. You know what I mean? Now I want for make una woman then support me for make we lobby for this particular position. So Zulai don't talk about una where they watch. We some of people then get some woman in their mind. So una tell them if they want to, let them come and talk as women who say the man they not day. Make una sit down, una talk, and put the cards on the table. Make una talk. From there now una get, because you guys are more stronger than the men. Except if you don't know how powerful you guys are. So finally, as we left, how important you think say woman then forget involved this time around into politics? How important you think say this time around woman then never day outside and begin for talk? Because it is only when you get in and involve that is where the change what we desire comes into play. Not so that time for they out and they turn vuvuzela from outside. You have to come in. You have to be part of the process, and you have to make that sacrifice. So how important? Because like I say, the survival and the lives of women, the survival of women, the day-to-day things of women is at stake. So what do you want for tell Salon woman them where they out there watching you, and even the one that waiting at the APC will say, me and no one mix again. Oh, I am tired, I am frustrated, I give up. What do you want for tell them at this point in time, coming into the election, how crucial it is for women to get involved into politics?
If you are not in, you're out. You lose. I want to understand America. You snooze, you lose. You have to be in. We get for stay strong. You know, African women, especially us African women, we have to understand we are not only strong, we are beautiful together. We are stronger. Now we they born picking. Now we they go through pain. Women they're not ever able to go through. Together we can make it. We speak with one voice. We can make a big difference in Sierra Leone. We don't allow Liberia for overtake we. Fine. It's never too late. You can't be out. Me at the day inside the APC. When I become the president or not, I will stay within the APC. I will still talk. I will still make noise because I believe in my strength. I believe in my strength. If you get your own strength, we hold our hands together and we form a circle. We not allow anything, we not allow the strongest wind for break that circle day to God will achieve what we want as women of the APC. And now we boku. Then we realize that. Now we boku past demanding. Let's stay together, let's think together, and let's act together. Then APC will come back to power 2023.
Well, thank you very much, Zulai Cooper. It's been a pleasure having you. And Salon people do not understand usa you come on and usa you want to go inside the party politics. When are you party where you represent? When are the APC party? And I want to say today, I very, very much appreciate your honesty, because it is only when you identify the problem now that now one step for solve the problem we able for identify them. So it is only when you identify the problem we go able for begin for fix them. So one thing you've done today, and where we all don't not understand today, is that you don't identify. You know there's a problem within the wings of the party. You know there's a problem within the topmost level of the party, especially when you come back the woman then and the party. You understand, say there's a problem, and women are also banking on you to ensure, say, with you all the kind character where you get, the kind person where you be, you for able for join with other women and for try for fix them problem. Yeah, so because these are the things we don't limit women them for a long time. These are the things we don't give setback to women them for a long time. These are the things we don't make women and don't suffer, and we are being used years and years and election after election. These are the things, because we've been so quiet, we've been so dormant, we have allowed men to the politician for use we when it comes to campaigns. We've allowed them for make them shut we down. You know, after they don't succeed, they shut we down. We've allowed that for so many years, for the past 60 years. And the one that when are the few women that we been there on top, or we be don't lead, also not able for bring other women there along with them. Because if una they way up, una few, una not able to make boku noise. But when you're up there and you're able to bring other women along, then I think say we as women go able to form a formidable force and a force to reckon with when it comes to politics. Na salon. So on that note, I want to say thank you to me viewers them and the one that we send messages them. I'm not going to read all, but I want to say thank you. And Zulai, you don't make you some of you don't talk about some of you the things the way you want for change inside the APC Women's Congress. You don't talk about all, not to all you pull. You know, you don't want to pull all you strategy and all that. I can understand. You just tip in on a little bit. But I think say the woman are not able to understand who you want for carry and go, and the changes where you want for bring come into the Congress, the APC Women's Congress, and it's up to them for make that decision. They for support you and for follow you, and believe you me, and knowing who they are, who that you be. A lot of them know who that you be. They work with you, they will support you and bring that changes there. Because one thing that I'm happy about, like I said, you have identified the problem, so it's quicker for you for able for try for solve the problem now the APC Women's Wing and also the Congress. So I'm happy that you're honest about it, and I believe say that will go a very, very long way. Now the first thing that's a quality of a leader. You have to be honest to the people. You have to be sincere with the people. You have to say, I alone cannot fix this, but together as women we go able for fix them tears. So together as women we go able for break the ceilings, we go able for break the barriers when we self don't create na them political party there. So because if only una know una strength, if only una know una numbers, if only una know una worth, I think say una go able for do anything for make sure say the party excel and also the country as a whole. So I want to tell you, take it again and again, and I wish you all the best. I wish you luck in your campaign, and hopefully let the best person win. I don't know that they stand again. You get anybody they stand, but let the best person win. But from what you don't tell me today, I believe say you can bring that change where the woman then desire now the party. So I wish you good luck, and I want to wish hope say your party can be able to make amends and put all ego aside and understand what in they at stake for them come 2023 election. So family, I want to say thank you to Ona and all that will take part and send message and watch this program. Next week again, I'll come with another edition of Women and Politics. We know we're tired for talk. We will voice, we go there inside, let voice be heard, because that's the only way our voice will be heard. When you are inside, you cannot be out of the pond and say, oh boy, me I don't mix pan politics, me woman I don't mix pan politics. We get for mix pan politics. If not to that, politics go mix pa we, and when politics go mix pa we not go let come, and that's what is happening right now. We don't like it. Let's use our voices to change it. Thank you very much. Till next week, keep telling it to Rachel. Bye.
Thank you.